Hi, my name is Mia Hernandez, and today I'll be talking about my heroic imagination, or who I think my hero or heroes are. So let's get started. So I'm gonna do a little background about me because it correlates with what we're gonna talk about or who my heroes are. So my name's Mia Hernandez, of course. I'm a first year here at UC. I'm in a pre-nursing pathway. I'm not sure what type of nurse I want to be yet, but I know I want to be a nurse, some type of nurse. Right now, I'm just looking for a 4-year program, or I want to do my 4-year and see what holds in the future. I live 30 minutes away from here, so I'm really familiar with all the UC hospitals and what's going on and like the environment around there. So let's get started. So, what I'm going to be talking about today. This is one of Dr. B's recommendations that I took, and I really liked it. So, today I'm going to be making a connection to my major that Dr. B hasn't thought of and shared with in my presentation. So, I'm a pre-nursing, so of course it's going to have to do something with the nurses. So, I love all the medicals, and I strive to be like them, and they are all really, really hardworking, and I'm really proud of all of them. But for nurses are always there for you. They care for you. They're the reason why you have a good hospital visit, I believe, because they're always trying to they always check up on you before the actual doctor comes in. They're what you get closest to. So COVID-19 was a really, really hard time for a lot of people, especially myself. Since there was quarantine, since there was a lot of people dying, since you really couldn't do anything, everyone felt really depressed because they, of course, couldn't go out. But imagine nurses. Nurses were at the hospital for at least 28 hours. Not having a break. 28 hours is a little much, but at least 24 hours. They wouldn't get a break, maybe 10-minute break to eat their lunch really quickly and then go back out, because the hospital was full of people, overflooding with so many people that had COVID, and they didn't know what to do with them. People were dying, they had to carry them out. People were coming in and out, and they just didn't know what to do. And as you can see, nurses were having a really, really tough time, as you can see, caring for the person that maybe his wife died, helping each other because they were going through a really tough time. They couldn't have done it without each other. They were helping them. They were building relationships with each other. They were even crying at work because they didn't know what else to do. They didn't know if they could do it anymore. They didn't know what to do if a person died, and so many people were dying. They didn't know what to do with them. It was really, really hard on them, and as you can see, people are trying to cherish them and helping them. And as you can see, they were double mask. She needed a visor, and then she needed the thing for her hair so nothing would get in it. And they were also not trying to get sick, because then it would just be so bad for their family and everything else. And since they would wear the mask for so long, their skin would not like that. And as you can see, she has all this red, it looks like a rash, and her it's a really hard because they couldn't take it off because they were working 24/7. And it was a really tough time. And even now, even COVID is still a thing, but they're you don't know what's going on in the hospitals. It's definitely a lot too. That's still COVID's happening. People are still dying, but since the vaccine's still here, it's better. And that's why nurses are my heroes, because they were going through a tough time, and we didn't know what was going on behind closed doors with them. They would go home crying, of course, driving home crying. They were probably also depressed too. So that's why I want to be a nurse. I want to help people, and just like them, I strive to be like them. And that's why nurses are my heroes. Thank you for listening.